Okay, guys, so I'm here to preview some NFL. Originally, this was supposed to be a Washington Redskins video, but I've changed my mind over the last few weeks. Honestly, I think the Washington Redskins aren't gonna make a playoff just simply because I think RG3 is gonna take 4 to 5 weeks to fully be himself. So I think the Redskins are gonna stumble a bit out of the gate. With that being said, my new team actually picking the Redskins as a wild card is the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears last year went 10-6, but didn't make the playoffs. Last year, the Chicago Bears were ranked 28th in total offense, averaging 123.1 yards rushing, which was 10th, and averaging 187.4 yards passing, which was 29th. I think the passing ranking is gonna go up substantially, while the rushing rankings will go down substantially. I think the Chicago Bears this year on the offensive end are gonna look similar to the New Orleans Saints of the last couple of years. Yeah, they don't have the same firepower, but they're gonna look like the New Orleans Saints. Jay Cutler last year in 15 games had a completion percentage of 58.8. He threw for 3,033 yards, had 19 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. I think his yards are gonna go up substantially, just basically because with Mark Trestman as a head coach, I think they're gonna grow the ball a lot more. So I think Jay Cutler is gonna have anywhere from 4,000 to 4,500 yards. I think he's gonna have about 30 touchdowns, but his interceptions are also gonna go up. I think he's gonna have about 18 to 20 interceptions, just basically because he's gonna try to force feed Brandon Marshall a little bit too much. Now, Brandon Marshall last year had 118 catches for 1,508 yards and 11 touchdowns. I expect him to have pretty much the same year, but more touchdowns. I would say about 13 to 15 touchdowns. Just basically because he's a big target that they can focus in the red zone. Now, the second wide receiver, Alshon Jeffries, I expect his numbers to go way up. His numbers last year, he had 24 catches for 367 yards. I expect him to have about 40 or 50 receptions for about 600 yards, just basically because, like I said, this offense is primarily gonna focus on throwing the ball. Now, getting into the running game. Matt Forte last year had 248 carries for allowing 94 yards and 5 touchdowns with 44 receptions for 340 yards. I expect his carries to go down, and also his yardage rushing. I expect Mark Trestman to use Matt Forte like the New Orleans Saints use Reggie Bush, which would put him in open space and let him work. I expect him to have about anywhere to from 55 to 65 receptions for about 500 or 600 yards. I expect him to be practically the second wide receiver on the team alongside Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffries be the third wide receiver. I don't expect this team to run the ball up the middle a lot. I expect them to run the ball towards the outside. That way Matt Forte could use his speed and agility to get more yardage. Now let's go to the Chicago Bears defense. Last year, the Chicago Bears were ranked 5th in total defense. They were 8th in rushing, allowing 101.7 yards per game, and 8th in passing, allowing 213.9 yards per game. Now, I know they lost Brian Urlacher and they let him go, but I don't see the Bears defense getting much worse. I basically see him being the same, because while Brian Urlacher was the defensive captain and the defensive presence, he can contribute much statistically, so they're not losing much. Now, getting to this year's defense, I believe the defensive line led by Julius Peppers is basically gonna be the same as last year. Julius Peppers is basically gonna have the same stats as last year, which were 39 tackles and 11.5 sacks and 4 fumbles. He's gonna basically have the same effect, the same sacks. He's still gonna be a monster, so I think he'll be the primary leader on that defense. Now that Brian at the rest. Now to the rest of that defensive line. Corey Wooten, I think he's gonna have a better year than he had last year, which was 27 tackles and 7 sacks, basically because the offensive line of the opposing team is gonna double team, triple team Julius Peppers at times, and leave the rest of the defensive line to match up one-on-one, so I think he'll take advantage of that. I predict about 40 tackles around there and about 8.5 to 9 sacks. Now, getting to the linebacking core, I think this is a weak point of the Bears defense. Last year, David Anderson had 73 tackles. I predict the same. The linebacking core is gonna have this approach to it, in my opinion. This bang but don't break approach. They'll give up the short stuff, but they'll be there for the deep stuff. Now, let's cross over to Lance Briggs. Lance Briggs last year had 102 tackles for 1.5 sacks and 2 interceptions. Like I said, I think he'll have about 80 to 90 tackles, and like I said, for the rest of his linebacking core, they'll have this bend but don't break approach. Now, getting to the secondary. Obviously, they have Tim Jennings and Charles Tillman. Charles Tillman last year had 86 tackles and 3 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, and 3 touchdowns. This secondary had an eye for the ball. I think it'll be the same. While Charles Tillman won't have the same amount of tackles, I believe he'll always be disrupting the football, looking for the football, and calling the other the opponent's number one receiver a hard game. The last player I'm gonna talk about is Kim Jennings. Now, Kim Jennings last year had 60 tackles and 9 interceptions. While his interceptions might go down, I say 5 to 7 interceptions. Like Charles Kelly, he'll always have an eye for the ball. So the whole secondary is gonna have an eye for the ball. Now, finally, getting to the schedule, I have a Bears going 10-6 and being a first wild card with win over Minnesota, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, the Giants, Detroit at home, Baltimore, and a whole bunch of other wins. I have them going 10-6 and being a first wild card. That's it for right now, guys. Peace.